everybody, and welcome to Wine Library TV. I am your host, Gary Vaynerchuk, and this, my friends, is the Thunder Show, aka the internet's most passionate wine program. And we're going to talk Grenache, and we're brown bagging it. I feel like we need like a, it might be time for like some special effects mod, you know? Brown bagging it, you know, like, I feel like, you know, brown bags should come out and dance. Anyway, brown bagging it with Grenache. Probably one of the most underestimated and misunderstood grape varietals in the world. I think a lot of people think Grenache, especially because they drink a lot of the Australian Grenache, can be very sweet and strawberry jammy and kind of foo-foo-y. Then there's obviously people who drink Shut Enough to Pop, Grenache, very serious but high alcohol. Just, you know, Grenache rosés are so interesting to me. I just think it's one of the most interesting grape varietals in the world, and I feel like, you know, nothing for nothing, I feel it doesn't have the respect for what Grenache brings to the table. One of the more versatile, more interesting grape varietals that does extremely well in a lot of places around the world, and a grape that I'm very fond of, and I think this could be a lot of fun. So let's pour. Let's see what's going on here. Yeah, we didn't do the bag. It's okay. We can do it afterwards. We didn't do that for the last show, did we? We really pissed that away. Anyway, right off the bat on this one, I think you're seeing a little bit lighter coloring coming from here. Well, a lot of times we'll tell you it's a little bit more approachable, not as, yeah, it's definitely a little bit lighter on the right side, so I'm going to start with that one. Let's give it a sniffy sniff. Very pretty. A little bit of a black pepper shot right off the top. Almost like a shot of black pepper, but then like beautiful strawberries. This is like that classic terminology I love to use on Wine Library TV, when you get a beautiful bowl of fresh strawberries, cut them up, get some black pepper, and smell that. You getting that, Mott?
Very distinct.
The black pepper is undeniable. I mean, it's actually overwhelming. It's off balanced with its black pepper. Strawberries are coming through as well. A little bit of like a little strawberry fruit roll-up. You get a little bit of not just pure strawberries, almost like artificial strawberries. So very interesting nose. I don't mind it at all. Tend to get Australian Spain thoughts when I smell wines like that. This is a little bit deeper, a little bit more intense. Darker, a little bit more of a dark fruit component coming through. See how that's different?
Very.
So this, you know, right off the bat, this feels more commercial. This feels a little bit more artisanal. Those are kind of the intuitions I get from the nose. This I have, you know, right off the bat, I think this is more expensive wine. You know, just that kind of thing. Let's give it a whirl. Big, bright, New World, little alcohol attack, A squared, on the palate. Feeling that heat coming through. Little, you know, little puff the Magic Dragon. We could wipe out Mott and you in one shot here. Give me a lighter. Big bright fruit. Good tannins, tight. Little hollow in the mid palate. Very fake. Very fake. That's what I would definitely say. Very bright up front, but kind of artificial. It's definitely hollow in the mid palate. One of the bigger openings in a mid palate I've seen in a while. Like a shotgun, not a pistol hole. Yeah, interesting. Let's move on to wine number 2. Good nose. No comparison. I'm a far bigger fan of this wine. It's actually not even close. Big bold fruit, Danny Z. Big bold fruit, really tight, woven tight. Get a little beef jerky on the mid palate. Actually, really interesting. Polar opposites. Has a much more interesting mid palate. Get a little beef jerky, a little spice, black pepper. I like this wine. It's dark. We've not scored a lot of brown baggers that high, but this one's going to register on the radar, Mott. Gorgeous raspberry, good tight firm tannins, beautiful wine. Nice and dry. You know, you get that really salivating for some more foods. Where's the salami? Where's the cheese at? Good stuff. Go right here one time. World, Old World. May not be from the New World and Old World, but stylistically for sure. Australia, Spain, France, even maybe California, because it's got that sunshine coming through, or maybe like Pacific Northwest. I've got some scores for you. I like this show. This is a very distinct ding, 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 and your winner. It's like the first time you played Mike Tyson on Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. You did not win. I don't know if you remember that, Mott. I don't know if you were playing the Nintendo video games in the 80s, but boy, oh boy, when Tyson punched you, you got knocked down. And so that surprised people because one punch, you never thought you could beat him. I loved Super Macho Man. Anyway, question of the day. Little side one for you, Tyson. Who was your favorite villain? King Hippo with the pants, Sandman, who was tough, Ivan Popinski with the pop. I'm going to score this wine an 87. Solid. Not bad. I'm going to score this wine a 92 plus. Shall we unveil? Get ready for the zoom in. Number one. California. New World. Outpost. Though I did think, Australia or Spain. Outpost. 2007. Grenache. 36 bones. Robert Parker. 90 points. A little disappointed from somebody that I love a lot. Thomas Brown. Great winemaker. Just a little too New World for me as I went and said. But did not anticipate California actually on this. Did think it was going to be an Australian wine for sure. 36 bones, 90 Parker. And over here, Old World. Yeah. Domaine Montpellier, 2007, which is the iconic vintage Chateauneuf de Pape. 85% Grenache, 93 points Josh Reynolds, 37 US dollars. This has a little Mourvedre, Syrah, and Salt, about 15%. So a little bit of a cheating play by K. Murph, but I see where she was going with it. 85% Grenache in California standards would be allowed to be called a full-fledged Grenache. Once again, in a double-blind environment, my palate leaning a little bit. Mott, I was born in the Old World. Don't look at me like that. I love USA. Little Old World with the palate, a little more food-friendly, a little more complex. It was just so obvious, And again, 93 and 90 points. I went, 87, 92 plus? Once again, Josh Reynolds. You might have heard me say that on the show quite a bit. A guy I refer to as somebody I enjoy quite a bit. And once again, our palates align. 37, 36, very ironic. No comparison for me. Ding, ding, ding with Knockout. The classic 07 Chateauneuf de Pape dominates. And by the way, side note, at that price point, what this is bringing, and I was probably being a little conservative, brown bags, don't want to go too high. But I call them like I see them. But you never want, psychologically. Excellent bottle of wine and well worth splurging on. Maybe you want to bring it to the July 10th party. Link that up. Hope I see you guys July 10th. Question of the day besides a little Tyson stuff. Grenache. Tell me a little experience. Tell me a story. I got a story to tell. You, with a little bit of me, we are changing the wine world.